That should be it live now. Okay, good.
You paint a picture in my mind.
I'm gonna turn that volume down slightly. Okay. Let's share the link to Discord. Okie doke. Right, here we go then. This is a brief story of how I came up with the posters for the BreachLAN events and how how they're made each year. So the first year that these were done, I just looked online for a template because I didn't have like any. I had to start from nothing, and this isn't necessarily a tutorial on how to make posters. This is the story of a brief story of how I did it to start off with and how I go about making them now. So this one started off with nothing, so I just went to Google just to get some inspiration and just searched for event posters, and this was a great starting point because I'm no graphic designer or nothing like that. I'm just a guy who happens to have access to the Adobe suite. So this was a good starting point, and I noted down, I made a few key sort of decisions. I noticed that there's usually something which catches your attention. There has to be some sort of... I mean, the poster as a whole is designed to catch your attention, but there has to be something specific that just catches your eye and tells you a little bit about what the poster's trying to tell you. And then you've got a little bit more detail from there, which is a little bit smaller. So I came up and drew on a bit of paper a sort of rough template, and the first draft of it I thought was okay. I'll bring up the current crop of posters. So the first version I quite sorry, let's rewind. So what you have here is our sort of eye-catching bit is the cartoon character who's kind of prominently displayed, and then you get in a little bit closer and you see all the other sort of details. We've got different video game characters that people might recognize. So that kind of tells the story. If you're into video games, you're gonna recognize hopefully at least a couple of the characters and sort of get, okay, what's going on here? Okay, this is a video game event. And the first version of this had this banner up the top and this banner here were perfectly horizontal, and it just seemed to be lacking something. It didn't look really, I didn't like how it looked, and it was difficult for me to make good use of all the space, especially the banner across the top. It was difficult to make use of the full width of it. So I had another look back at the inspiration in Google and add in just this really subtle angle across it, and boom, there we are. So that's it, and that made the difference. And then it's kind of similar when I'm picking out, you know, I start with the main character here, and then try and pick out other stuff from, so we get a wide variety of video games. I'm just trying to do a little bit of color coordination and something so that it doesn't look like a completely disorganized mess. So we've got some color coordination here. It's a green, it's outdoors. This one here, it's blue, it's naval, and then the end of this event is, it's kind of all purpley and outer space style. And the year before, we had this one as well, where this one's kind of green. I added this little detail along the grass along the banner and outer space theme. I tried to pick characters and things that are kind of all tied together. So that's kind of the history of it. And after I came out, after I had this, so this was the first year that I did them, where this was the first kind of version of the template, was this one. And then I decided to just like I say, just template it, because I really liked how it looked. So like I said, I just decided to template it, and there we go. So this is the next time for the next year's crop of them now. So I went in already and created I just copied the 62 and I just copied the 62 in. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got 3 posters to make. I'm going to make a little bit of a change to the template, or to the general format. And the change I'm making is that the main character up here, who's been in all the other posters previously, it's just been a stock image that I've bought from the internet. It's from friendlystock.com. They're a great source. But this is the biggest kind of individual character on the poster, and it's not video game related at all. It's a bot asset. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to swap out the biggest kind of character in the poster for a video game character. So I'm using Adobe Illustrator. It is a great piece of software, but it does come at quite a high price, unfortunately. If you want the full subscription, it's like £50–60 a month for the full Adobe suite. I think it's about £20 if you just want one of the bits of software. But I have access to the full Adobe suite through my employer. They pay for it for me. So, but they do have like a 7-day free trial. If you create an email address and sign up for it, you can get a free trial there. There we go. Yep, Pocket Nerd says, new year, no poster design. Thanks very much. You keep an eye on the chat for me, see if anyone else joins in and says any messages. So, I say, use Adobe Illustrator, great piece of software, very powerful, but quite expensive. But if you want to keep creating email addresses and keep making free accounts, like, you could do that, I guess. The way that it works is that you have these layers so that it draws one thing on top of the other, and it goes from top to bottom. So the background image is on the very bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up all the next crop of posters. So it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Unless I just copied last year's poster to start off with. So I've got 3, 63, 64, and 65. So before we do anything else, let's change the... I've got this one here labeled LAN number. So you can just select... No, I've got it locked. So you can select the item. What you do with the little padlocks here is just it's locking items. So once you lock it, you can't then like select it again. But should update the layers as well. Oh yeah, there it is. It updates it for you. Okay, that's good. That's convenient. And whilst I'm here, I'm also going to update the dates that are on the posters before we go and clear out anything else. So here you go. Here's the next year's dates. Shock announcement. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna bring it over here because Dexter sent them to me in an email. Here we go. So 63 is gonna be March the 10th to March 13th. 64 is going to be th, and the last one is going to be October 27th to October 30th. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to lock the header layers for now. I'm going to unlock them again later because they're going to get changed. But I don't want any. The dates are now set in each of the posters. The logo is set. I am going to try and change the logo because I don't know if you can see it there on the stream, and I don't know why this happens. But you can see the outline of it is a little bit rough, and it shouldn't really be doing this because it's the high-res version of the logo, and it's the vectorized version. So I don't know why it does this, but it's very noticeable in the exports. It looks really rough and pixelated. I don't know why it does that, but I'm going to try and fix that. That's on the list of jobs to do for today, to try and fix that. So the layers is the key part to keeping all this organized, because there's a lot of elements and a lot of things going on. And if you just have them all in one layer, it's going to become very tricky to keep it together, to keep it organized. So I've organized them and I've split them out into separate headings and separate subheadings. So this one here is the banner that goes across the middle, and it's the top layer because everything else, that banner in the middle is on top of everything else. Then we have the mascot layer underneath that, the header. Now that I've got the header underneath the mascot because I quite like how the mascot can, if we wanted to, it can overlap, and it just creates a little bit more dynamic. It's not a straight line here, so the mascot overlaps in here, which I like the look of. Part of that, then we've got the LAN number, which is the lower header. The URL down the bottom, which consists of a partially faded rectangle. You can see it there at the bottom where it's totally black, and up the top there it's totally black all the way up to the top of the logo, and then it fades up gradually into the rest of the image. So that layer consists of the URL and then the rectangle, which has the faded parts in it. The game avatars there, you can see all the characters from the games, and then the very lowest layer we have the background. So what we want to do is to start removing some of the sources that we don't want anymore. We're definitely working on 63, so this is the first event of next year. We don't want to delete the whole layer. We want to keep the game avatars layer in place. We want to get rid of the background image. And we want to get rid of the mascot. We have a couple other... Oh, for some reason I must have made a mistake and put these characters in the wrong layer. Oh well, no big deal. They're gone now. Okay. My wife, who's right here with me, is going to be put to work. And she's really good at coming up with these. We need 3 new taglines for the... We'll see if anyone else is watching in the chat as well. If you have any ideas, post them in the chat. So we need 3 new taglines for our subtitles. See if anyone has any suggestions in Discord. Actually, let me check Discord and see if... No, okay, good. So that's something that we're going to have to come up with a bit later on. So the first thing... What I started doing... The first thing we need is the mascot, because that's going to take the most prominent place. So what I did... I started keeping... Whenever I download any of the graphics... I've started keeping them in this raw folder here, and this is raw assets that I've never touched, I've never manipulated. These are just raw photos, videos, soundtracks, whatever. And I create a subfolder here called Game Assets, which has, I mean, it's exactly what it says on the tin. Anytime I find a good quality, high resolution, transparent PNG of any of these things, I just copy it in. So I'm looking for a start. I'm looking for 3 posters. I'm looking for 3 different themes. And last year we had a sailor, a Viking, and an alien. So I'm looking if we can do something a little bit different. Let's have a look at what we've already got. The monk might be quite cool because here at least he's blue, and that wasn't it was a color scheme that we used in the sailor. So I don't know if we want blue again at the start of this one, but that's an option. We can keep that in mind. Among Us is too easy. Among Us, we love Among Us. We play loads of that, but the characters are quite small. It's too easy to plonk one of them, give him pride of place. We're going to challenge ourselves and make it a little bit tougher than that. Let's see what else we've got. He might be good. We might have him later on. Doom is always a classic. Video game character that everyone recognises. Duke Nukem. Gang Beast, I don't know if it would be popular enough to be the mascot of the poster. Half-Life. Okay, we might have one here. New message chat. Duke Nukem would be good with an orange colour scheme. Okay, let's try that. So this is the process. It really is this easy. Just Google Duke Nukem transparent images. Bring it up. So Duke Nukem, I reckon he would be if we took something like this one, mirrored it over so he's facing the other way, so he's facing in towards the center of the poster. These ones over here, he's kind of a bit more of an awkward angle. I don't like this. It's too pixelated. It's a low resolution version of Duke. Let's see if we can find a higher resolution version that we could use. .360 by 360 is too low. It's too resolution. God, that is low resolution. You need a higher resolution, as high a resolution image as you can get, because I'm working at quite a high quality file. So if you have a small resolution file and scale it up, scale the image up, it's going to be really pixely and blocky. I have to admit, I'm surprised here. I thought there'd be an awful lot more than this. Let's search for high res. You'll find an awful lot of these PNG websites these are amazing. Right, okay, we've got a good candidate here. I think this one might be okay. What we're gonna do though, this is a simple test. If you've ever been doing things like this, we look at this image and we don't know if it's transparent here or not, but we can do a very simple test to see if it is. If you click and drag, you see the outline of the picture, the grey box is there. That means that it's not a transparent background, at least as it's previewed here. If we go in to the website and download it, dun, dun, dun. Where's Duke Nukem gone? Oh god, I'm so blind. Now we can drag him in here. Okay, he is transparent here. That's quite a common thing you might notice if the PNG websites. I like it, but I don't know. It looks like it's out of focus. The image isn't as sharp as I'd like. The other thing we needed is a background. We'll come back to the background. We'll leave him there for now. This one looks much better. That looks so sharp. Let's see. No, it's not. Are we going to get to download the image? Is it going to let us do that? Oh, yeah, there it goes. Much better. Right, so let's get rid of him there. Oh, I just realized a mistake here as well. That's probably how that happened before. I'm working in the wrong layer. I'm currently in the header layer. You want to select the mascot layer. That's better. I like that. I think that's quite cool. So what I've just done is I've grabbed an image off the internet and imported it and dragged it into our poster here. I've scaled them up there. But you see here where it says linked file. What that means is that I can go to the raw file where it's saved in my raw folder and change it. And the change will then be the change on that file will be reflected here in our poster. We don't necessarily want that, and what it means is when we open this file again in the future, it's going to look for the linked file location. So if for whatever reason it's been moved or deleted or renamed or anything like that, it's not going to find it, and it'll be a pain in the backside to relink everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to embed it in here. So now the upside of this is we're not going to run into any linked file issues if I change file names or if we change any file legends or anything like that. It's going to make the file size of Adobe, the Illustrator file, a bit bigger, but I don't really care about that. I've got enormous hard drives and storage systems, so it doesn't actually matter if that's if the file size is like 10 or 20 megabytes. You know, who cares? So we have that, and he's in the correct layer. He's in the mascot layer, so I quite like that. That's looking okay. So for now, we'll lock it. Before we do anything else, let's do the background. So we have this atom bomb going off in the background. Oh, here we are. That looks pretty good to me. Oh. No, we're in the wrong layer again. So let's make sure that we select the correct layer. There we go. And you can see what it's done for us is it's correctly put that thing that we've just dragged in the background layer. Hold shift when we drag that and it scales the whole thing properly. And that looks like a pretty decent background. So we'll lock the background layer for now. And we will not forget to embed it. Okay, excellent. There we are. So, if we could have a tagline as well that's something Duke Nukem related, so if we can get a play on words of one of Duke Nukem's phrases, to somehow include the acronym LAN. So let's try that. Duke Nukem. Balls of steel. Let's look for some Duke Nukem quotes.
It's also this time to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
Hail to the king, baby, but we can do hail to the lamb. Yeah, I think that's okay. We'll put that in for now. Maybe see if we come up with something with a better one. So it's part of this layer. Now we might have to straighten that up a little bit later on, but for now I'm happy with that. So the next thing I want to do is start bringing in, I want to change the color of the background rectangles. I want to change the color of these fonts here. We've already got an orangey font, orangey sort of style going on, so no, that's too bright. Something a bit darker. That's okay. Again, it's not about getting everything 100% right first time. You know, we can tweak this. We can go back and do different bits like here and there once we decide on it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over to, let's lock the header for now. Let's go back to the background. not the background, the main banner here. So I want this bit to be I want that part of the banner to be white. So that one's labeled as logo background. It shouldn't be. It should be tagline background. So I want this the same color. I want the background of this to be the same color as the header, but I don't want to have to go and copy it all over. So we can use the. I can't remember how to use the tool. Yeah, there we are. So we set that to the same color as that. Let's do the same thing for the text. Use the color picker tool. Oh no, I'm a dafty. What am I doing? Right, there we are. So I think I'm not 100% certain on the colors of the rectangles and the background and the font at the moment, but I'm going to stick with it for now, because once we add in more stuff in around the poster, it might end up that it's a bit clearer what color we would, want it to be. So that's always static. That bit never changes. So we're looking now to start filling up the avatar's layer. So let's look for some inspiration among the stuff that we already have. So we've got the theming of what we already got. We've got Duke Nukem, he's quite badass. Orange atom bomb going off. So we want the avatars that we pick, they want them to try and complement each other in some kind of way. It would look a bit silly, for instance, if we had what's this one? Yeah, here we are, perfect example. We just take him in here. It doesn't fit with the rest of what's going on. We've got him there dressed in a reindeer outfit. Might be a very popular game, might even be a very popular character, but this doesn't line up. So we're looking, and the one that immediately comes to mind is one we already had, was Gordon Freeman. Yep, there he is. I like Gordon Freeman's going to fit in quite well. He fits in quite well. There's a little problem here, is that the side of his arm is cut off by the edge of the picture. So we'll scale him down just a little bit more, as long as we can put him in there. Now, what we could do is we could just reverse flip the image and put him over on the left hand side, but that would also reverse the Lambda logo in his chest, and that's the type of that's a detail that people would notice, or I would notice at the very least. So Gordon Freeman has to be on the right, or he has to have something else covering up the edge of the cropped on the image there. We'll leave him there for now. Again, we can move him around later on. We don't know. Right, let's have a look again. The stuff that we already have. Ken from Street Fighter, excellent idea. So let's do. And when we're picking up avatars to put in here, well, let me do this on stream. Oh, music stopped. Let me pick out some more music. When I'm picking out avatars to go in the poster, I don't want them all to be like first-person shooters. So we've got Duke Nukem, first-person shooter. We've got Half-Life, first-person shooter. I want to try and get loads of different games. So if someone who's a gamer but who doesn't know about us, if they see the poster, it's kind of not. There's styles of more, you know, games there than just first-person shooters or just strategy games or whatever. So let's have a look. Yeah, too low resolution. I like that one. Let's try this one. Oh, I already have a folder called Street Fighter. So I do. Probably should label these. Downloads, these images. But this is why we want these nice high resolution ones, because look, this is its native resolution. He's enormous. So there's not. So we can scale him down, and he's gonna look great no matter what size we end up, because we've scaled him down so much. Okay, let's not forget as well to embed. Alright, orange game characters, let's go. Tracer from Overwatch, another first-person shooter. We'll grab her for now because she's a good one. I'm conscious about any more first-person shooters though, but Overwatch and Tracer is a very good one.
I can think of tons of single-player games that have orange characters.
Yeah, that's the other thing as well. We want multiplayer games as much as possible. Search for it. That's not official art. That's fan art. So or concept art. That's not what we're looking for. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, no Overwatch. Wait, what? Why can I not spell? Right. We'll keep her there for now. I'm not sure. It seems that there's a light source down here somewhere, which is lighting her up in kind of a weird way. Let's have a look at the other. Why have I got the GTFO press kit in there? Right. Let's take a look at the other tracer image. That one's much better. Yeah, that's much more like it. And that's why we save all these raw assets. Okay, good. If I remember correctly as well, one of the primary colors of Rocket League is orange. So this should be pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure we've already got some Rocket League assets. Main logo, car. So we have the orange car here. Let's drag that in. Again, we don't have to worry about finalizing anything at this point. And you can already see now, if you compare where we started, you can see how it's starting to come together. We've got our main avatar. I like this now that the mascot is a game character. I like that a lot better. Don't get me wrong, I did love the friendly stock characters. They're really well done. But I think this is better. I really like Duke here. I think this is cool. I like the sort of setup down here. If we can get a couple more orange gaming characters, then we should be good. How about someone from Apex? No, that's another first-person shooter. Right. Well, you know what? Google is our friend. Let's tidy up a couple empty tabs.
Gang Beast has a red character and a yellow character, but not an orange character.
Well, red and yellow, it's close enough to orange. I mean, it all fits in the same sort of color scheme. So Gang Beast is a good idea. Qbert, of course. Qbert Crash Bandicoot.
That's what I mean. Tons of
Qbert,
single-player games.
yeah, but the other Conquer as well. The other thing, they don't all have to be multiplayer games, although that's the primary one. Later on, Qbert is a really small guy. He's a small character. And later on, we're going to need to fill up an awful lot of space. We're going to need someone to stand up here, probably, because we want to make it quite busy, so we don't want any sort of big blank areas. So Qbert being quite a small character, he's one we could probably come back to. Crash Bandicoot, I like him. Conquer. Yeah, I like Conquer as well, but I think Crash Bandicoot would be the more sort of commonly known. Tails. Crash Bandicoot's probably Crash Bandicoot or Tails. They're both very common. You know, you're a normal gamer who's looking at who just glances at the poster would see that hopefully and sort of recognize it and then be more interested and look more into the event. Okay, let's have a look at Gang Beasts. We've got red here. I like, yeah, and that's a straight. Raw. Game assets. Gang Beasts. No, we can't do that. We have to do it the hard way. Dun, dun. Nope. No, we don't want a WebP. We want it as a PNG. Okay, let's move on from that one. Let's move on. I like him. The stock character as you get him is just a little too plain for my liking here. I prefer these ones here. I think these ones look a little bit better when they've got another outfit on. I can't find where that. Oh, there we are. There we are. Why? I want to save it as a PNG. Okay. Let's try a yellow one. Oh, he's dressed up as a chicken. Oh, but that resolution, that's 120 by 216. That's way too small. One of the birds, angry birds. You know, we might actually. I'm gonna save this. Because we have a massive high-res version of this. Oh no, it's gonna be WebP again, isn't it? Ah! Aberdeen from Diablo. Yeah, he might be a good one. Oh, anyone from HOTS? There's bound to be someone from HOTS. Oh, him. He's literally from... Is he Blizzard?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Diablo. Goodness sake, Greg. Why my brain isn't functioning. Right, okay, he's definitely a strong contender. Let's double check Discord real quick. Yeah, no one. Okay. So, let's go back in here. Try and maybe have a look for a little bit more inspiration in the list of stuff we've already got. Banjo-Kazooie. Kazooie fits in perfectly. We'll leave them off to the side there for now. Right. Karazim from Diablo. Alright, that's nice high resolution. Let's grab this one. Okay, we'll plop him there.
Blaze from StarCraft would work as well. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah. Blaze from StarCraft would work very well.
And Ragnaros from Warcraft. Just going through the list of HOTS characters.
It would be a good one. The problem I have when I look at this, I don't look at this and instantly make a connection to StarCraft. And if I don't make the connection to StarCraft, I don't make the connection to video games. Like, perhaps I was a huge Blizzard fan, maybe. But the purpose of the poster is to get the attention of someone who's maybe a gamer but who's not aware of our event. And I look at that, and that it may be a bit too close to something like Warhammer. So, yeah, Ragnaros, definitely. You look at something like Ragnaros, and this is much more recognizable in my mind as a video game character. This is World of Warcraft, so I'm much more inclined to have something like this. I think this might work. Yeah. See,
Blends in a little too well.
he does look like he blends in just a little too well. But if we take him, if we scale him up just fractionally, so his base is hidden by the banner, he fits in. He fills this space really nicely. I quite like him there. I don't want the base sticking out here like this. So if we scale him up just a fraction to hide that.
He looks like he caused the explosion.
But I mean, that's fine. Doesn't matter if he caused the explosion. He's recognizable as a video game character to your, you know, typical video game fan, I would say. I like that. That's really good. Tracer there. Oh yeah, we need to go through here and embed all the... I think I might have got lazy doing this with the other ones before. Now, you probably should go through and name all the layers, but okay, let's do it. Just who is he? Who's this guy? Remind me, I can't remember his name. It's
Karazim. Spelled K-H-A...
yeah, there we are, close enough. And if you take a little time to label your layers like this, it is going to make life easier. It's time well spent, I think. So, when we've brought Ragnaros in here now, I like his positioning, but the hammer and is blocked out Ken's face and part of Tracer's face. So it's just a matter of reordering. If you remember, the order of operations here is important. So all we need to do is send Ragnaros down a couple of layers, and it's brought Tracer and Ken out to the front. I quite like this as well because we've got a nice stacking there. I think that's pretty good. I'm inclined to think there maybe should be one more character in here, but this is already a very busy area. Down here, we've got loads of work to do down here. But one area at a time. I quite like I like Duke, and I love the way that Ragnaros is in the background here with the numbering there. I like that. That's really good. I'm very happy with that. I don't know if there's going to be a place for Banjo and Kazooie, but we'll keep them there because they're off the edge of the grid at the moment. They're off the edge. You see the black line there is the edge of the poster, so we can keep them there and use them later on if we want. Let's see if there's anything else here that that sticks out. Fallout. The coloring is all wrong. But imagine if we had you know what? I think that's great. The coloring's a little off. But he does fill up that space there really nicely. I'm unsure. I like that. I do like it, but I'm not. Well, I'm going to leave him there for now. So, let's see. What else have we got? I'm going to start renaming these. Jackbox. This is one we always do, and I've always had trouble getting a hold of the logo. He's an easy. Jackbox is an easy one to throw in. We'll put it in there for now because we always play Jackbox, and the logo is very recognizable, and it fits in almost anywhere. And we'll throw in Among Us as well because Metroid. How could I forget? How could we forget Metroid? How could we forget Samus?
I thought of Samus, but I was like, first-person shooter, kind of. So.
It's a side scroller, really. We're not counting we're not counting those versions of the game. We're definitely gonna have Qbert as well because he's quite small and we can fit him. We could pop Qbert in just standing on top of Duke Nukem's shoulder.
And there's Tails as well.
Tails is another one. Anything we've got from Siege. Serious Sam and Duke Nukem, the two of them together. Splatoon. Yeah. Let's do Splatoon.
Specifically the Splatoon squid.
Let's plop. Because he's another one that we can just plop in anywhere. Right. Now I know that this is a much lower res file, but I'm not especially worried about that. No, I don't want to sign up. Use another website. Now I see why. I don't think I was being lazy before. I don't think I made a mistake. I would want Cubert's head in front of the banner there, so that's probably why the characters up the top last time were in the mascot layer. He's a little too big there. We want to scale him down so that he's standing on Duke's shoulders. We also want to flip him so he's facing into the poster. There we go. Okay. I think we might have enough to work with here to finish this off.
I've just noticed comma between LAN and baby, because otherwise it's like a LAN baby. Like a baby made by a LAN.
Comma there. Oh, no, we don't want to create any new text. Well spotted, thank you, sweetheart. Okie doke.
All hail LAN baby.
I think we can pop him in there. That fills up that space there quite nicely. That's an easy one. We've got a few more linked files. Let's embed them. And let's make sure they're named properly. Okay. I think the top part looks pretty good. Possibly. Now I know it's busy. I know there's a lot going on. Yeah. Possibly something we could do here. Not certain. The bottom... The bottom always gives me grief. Samus doesn't really fit in there. Kind of like she's too small. It's almost like she's on a completely separate plane. Doesn't look right. We do have a worm, which we could pop in there. Kazooie without banjo, that looks a bit silly. There's maybe something, I'm not sure. There's maybe something we can do with the space just to the side of Duke's leg. Bottom section. Oh, it's Charizard. This section here is so small in the bottom left. We always have trouble filling that up. And it doesn't help as well that Ken's foot there. I'll tell you what, let's crop the bottom of Ken's foot out of there, so it looks a little bit cleaner. No. No, my wife is sitting here trying to... No, we're not putting that one in.
What about normal tails?
Normal tails like that? Yeah. I think there's space for him. Do you know how to save the transparent images to the server?
Which one is it?
Oh, you're not on that server. Okay, let me fix that. What are you doing? Unless... Yeah, that's it. Any assets you save, make sure they're in the raw folder. It's backup, raw. Yeah, there you are. And then game assets. Okay. So my wife's going to help me out here, and she's going to start finding some good assets and saving them to the server for me. So let's have a look. Okay. So Tails is presumably that's under Sonic, or because Tails is instantly recognizable as a game character and in a very similar format as had movies very recently as well. So Tails will fit in perfectly. I don't know. I can't help but feel Tails deserves a bit better than this. Do I want to put front of Duke Nukem? Yeah, that's better.
Oh lord, he coming.
Let's embed the images.
Got a Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, Crash Bandicoot as well. Right, I think we've definitely got enough to work with.
You need the little secret hidden Among Us.
Yes, the one of the Among Us dudes has to go in here as well. But they're very easy to put in. Just plug him on Ken's shoulder. Everything okay? I never heard.
Yeah, it went like it didn't actually correct.
Is it for us or for next door? Okay. Okay. So the last thing I think I want to do is wrap up underneath. Up here now, this is fine. I love this. This is great. We've got a lot going on. It's really busy. It's cool. We've got really recognizable characters. You recognize Street Fighter, Fallout, Overwatch, Jackbox, Sonic, Duke Nukem. Everyone, Ragnaros. I think that covers an awful lot of like your typical gamers. Are going to see that. They're going to see this poster and they're going to recognize, okay, this is a video game. This is something related to video games. So the next thing I want to do is I just want to wrap up underneath, and then maybe I want to reconsider the color of the backgrounds and the colors of the fonts. So how do I want to wrap this up? I'm not especially fond of Samus in there. Let's flip this right around. Well, where did the car go from the Rocket League car? Where did that go? Oh, there it is. Samus, I think, is a good enough character and certainly popular enough that she deserves a much bigger spot than what I'm able to give her here. So I'm inclined to think that maybe this isn't the one for her. Or maybe not in that pose. See if you can find me something. You see Samus, you see the problem that I've got here with this. Samus's stance, it's not quite right for the space that we have to work with here. If we can get a different stance from her, Samus would be great to have in here. We can use Charizard to cover up the cropping of Gordon's arm, but then it also covers his face. No, okay.
Another Charizard pose.
Or
I popped another Charizard pose.
okay, let's take a look at the other pose. Okay.
And I've got a good one with Samus as well. Slightly more dynamic.
Okay. Right, those are two really high-res graphics. My word. I'm sure I've heard this song a fair few times now. Let me flip it over to something else. You know what? I quite like that other Charizard pose. Those two are great. Good job. Okay, I think the 63 poster as a first draft. Oh, logo bug fixing. See, I just wonder if it's the source file. Okay, I might have to come back to that. Either way, let's save that. All right. One down, two to go.
Try the, instead of like the browny orange, a red, see how that looks.
Okay. Wife suggests having a look at how this looks as a red. Let's do it. What are you doing? Sound a bit more like that? Oh, your stream's a
Yeah, it's like a delay.
your stream's a bit further behind than
Can you make both of them that color?
do the others as well. Nope. That's. This is where we start getting to the point where things get a little awkward, because nope. Just use the color picker. What are you doing? There we are.
Show it like cropped. Maybe a lighter color. A lighter color would be better.
Yeah. I look at it cropped here. I like it. There's a couple of things I would want to change. I don't mind the red. I think that's okay. I think it maybe clashes with the blue a bit much there, but okay.
Orange.
I think that Ragnaros's horn and the top of the Among Us guy's head should be on top of the banner, so the layering's not quite right there. The rest of it, though, I like. We still have the horrible pixelation on the logo. That's still something that's got to be fixed. I like the rest of it. The text on that needs centered a little bit further to the left. So there's a couple of changes to do on 63. I'm going to save it for now and move on to the next one. So, the process. Anyone watching the live stream, that's the process. I built myself a template to begin with. I just searched the internet for some inspiration, made some key points on what I saw in good posters that I liked. Looked for common elements, tried to recreate that, and then just tinkered with and built it a couple of different versions. That's kind of it. Okay, summer LAN party.
Got orange.
So, characters. And we've already done orange. So, let's do exactly what we did before. Let's go back. Let's look for... And let's look for inspiration. Dare I say Sonic as a primary mascot?
It's relevant.
It is relevant right now. When does the Sonic 3 movie come out? It's not next year, is it?
2024 is what next.
2024. Okay, so let's save Sonic as an avatar for the land that's closest to the movie coming out. Star Wars, although it was recognizable and very popular and very good video games, it's more recognizable as a movie than a video game. If we could get a different colored monk from Age of Empires, that might be great. So, let's have a look. They're all blue. Yeah, we had a blue poster last year. I don't, or for this year, I should say. I don't know if I want another blue one again quickly, especially if we're gonna have if Sonic is going to be used for 2024.
Got green already, so
Yeah, we used green this year. Blue, green, and purple is what we used for this year.
I did the exact same thing with the color wheel.
Yeah. So we had a blue,
We've not got
green,
pink.
and purple. We've already got an orange.
Pink would be a little.
The purple, it was a purpley pink. It's this one here, look.
Oh yeah.
It's that one,
we've
so...
already got
Could go for a much darker, like, if we used Doom Guy as the mascot. Then that could set the scene for quite a...
dark green.
a dark green, dark, spaceship type. We already had Duke Nukem as the first one, so
You guys are a little too similar.
it is a little too similar, isn't it? He's a good one, but as the mascot, not this time. He's a little too close to Duke Nukem. Sonic, Mario single player, Battletoads.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles isn't really recognized as a video game. It's more recognized as a TV show. Oops. Okay. I need to put the music back on. I just closed the tab that I had it on.
Listen to me speak, but just say what you want. What words will you keep? The ones that cause us harm. You assume the worst.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Overwatch, but they do have a lot of
Overwatch does have an awful lot of really colourful, cool characters, doesn't it? Tracer's probably the most recognisable. I mean, I guess there's nothing to stop. Yeah, there is the colour scheming.
I think I would say like Genji. Hanzo. Or Diva. Diva's very recognizable.
Diva is very recognisable, but she's very pink. I'm trying to avoid another pink poster. So we just had that one for 64. Could go black and white is the other two. Is the other end of this.
Black and white for a summer thing, I'm not sure.
Let's go back in here and let's have a look a bit more, see if we can find more inspiration in the stuff we've already saved. You know what could work though? Pip-Boy as the mascot, and then a bluey-yellow colour theme.
Yep. Oh, that would work well for summer.
And that would work well for summer.
And from orange to blue.
And then the mascot is very well recognisable. Any gamer will recognise Pip-Boy. So, okay, bluey yellow heroes time.
Off the bat, Mega Man.
Mega Man, of course. Right, Mega Man. Can you save Mega Man for me? Let's see if there's anyone else.
Sonic is an obvious.
Sonic, I think, is too obvious. Payday 2.
Yeah.
Hey, they screaming, this is my moment, my fate written, I'm chosen. Other spirits fall, but mine has ceased to be broken. You stripping down my pride, but time my only opponent. And lately I abide, but limitless I've awoken. So let me show you that everything I sacrificed mattered. All that blood, sweat, tears that I scattered.
For Mega Man, do you want goofy 8-bit version, or do you want
A new chapter.
like cool anime style?
I think 8-bit.
8-bit?
Yeah. The anime style one. I mean, everyone recognizes him as Mega Man, but
I like that.
he's the jumping animation. Blizzard's bound to have a few good ones. StarCraft comes to mind. Jimmy Rayner.
The shots that y'all are taking. One too many times that I've been stuck patient on my downfall. Antidote seeking while I was vacant, but the crown falls simply to those who try to take it. One shot to get two paid, and my three wet like lemonade. 4 times and I step back just to reload and I let it spray. This is everything that I need, everything that I wanted, everything that I bleed. This is victory and I.
Who did you put on there? You put Mega Man on.
Mega 8-bit. I'll also bring the
Tell you what, just save. If you find like a collection, just save them both in this on the server.
there we go. Both of them are there.
Okay, got him. Okay. Blue and yellow characters. A mixture of both. Sonic's a bit too blue. We'll get a Sonic in here as well, certainly. Because although he might not, although I don't want to make him the mascot yet. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely that one.
There's a lot of Tychus that's bright blue.
It's still recognizable though.
Yeah, it's the armor more than anything. Yeah, Tychus is...
And it is Tychus is on the front cover there as well. Cigar smoking Tychus. It's
Zero Suit Samus.
Really?
Suit Samus
is she blue and yellow?
Yeah. Also adds a little bit of...
Oh, excellent. Absolutely. Zero Suit Samus.
Adds a little bit of...
Yeah, as long as it's cool. Right, who else? I'm gonna have a look for some more Overwatch. See, now I don't play Overwatch, so I don't know who I'm looking for. But she looks cool. I hate WebP. Give me PNG. Yeah, fan art we want to be careful with. I like this chick though. Look at her. She's badass.
Oh, friggin' WebP. Oh, WebP.
Do also have to have a background I'm gonna have to find for this one as well.
I've got a few Zero Suit Samuses for you to have a look at.
Okay.
To varying degrees of looks.
They're all cool.
I'll find a Titus.
Oh, Tychus. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Right, I'll get Tychus in a moment. Yes, Shovel Knight. Excellent. We're looking for blue and yellow if we can. Yeah, he's got yellow on him. Okay, not a fan of how that G hangs down over the edge of the box there. We'll fix that. It's a little close on the Y there on that one, but okay, great. Oh, I'm a dope. I copied all that stuff in on the wrong layer. There's the Rocket League blue car as well. Oh, Team Fortress 2. Chun-Li, perfect. There's already a couple of Chun-Lis on the server, so let's bring them in. Okay, not that one. I don't like that one. Let's skip this song. This song's come on. How many times is this bloody song gonna come on? I really like Samus there. That's cool. Background. I think that's what's missing from this one so far. You could use, in all seriousness, I had the... Okay, so we use the halo background there.
Do you want me to come up with something for
I've got LAN never changes. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm a fan of that though, because that's by far War Never Changes is by far the most. It's by far the most recognizable line from Fallout. But yeah, some other pun like that, something that would be good. I want to have some other kind of racing game in here because we play quite a few of those. Let's go back here. Let's clean up our extra tabs. Okay, here we go. Oh, stop giving me the stupid WebP files. Alright, I'm just going to test and see if this works. I hate WebP as a format, but if it works, I will tolerate it. Okay, WebP is an acceptable format. I hate it, but it works. So it's a shame when I reverse the flip the image, it screws up the writing on the side of the car. You know what? I like the underneath of that. I like that. That's the underneath. Above the banner, yeah. Above the banner could definitely do with a bit more, especially on the left. You could do with a bit more tweaking.
I thought you were Titus and.
Yes. I've got Chun-Li in there already. Let's have a look. We also have Shovel Knight.
And Shovel Knight, yeah.
There's Shovel Knight. And StarCraft. I mean, from StarCraft, there's also Tassadar.
Oh, Tassadar.
Because he's got yellow in him. And there's also the Stalkers. So we've got quite a few there to work with. Right, let's tidy this up. Zeratul, yep.
Oh no, he's more like purple. Artemis. Yeah.
I like a lot of this. I think if we're going to do blue and yellow, it needs more yellow.
Yeah. Artemis?
Artanis, yeah. I've got him. Yeah.
Oh, you've got it. Wait, you've got Arcanus?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's Zeratul.
yeah.
Sorry. Artanis and Zeratul, yeah. Sorry, I got them mixed up for a moment there. All the StarCraft fans now want to strangle me. They've all now punched their computer monitors.
Oh, it's WebP again.
It'll be fine. I hate it as a format, but if it works, it works.
That's an Arcanus.
Right. Let's get Tychus out of the way for now here. You know what? Let's actually go through and let's make sure that all these are embedded and named properly. I wonder, can I do this 2 or 3 at a time? Yes, I can. Okay, that'll be much faster. Damn it, come on.
Oriole from Diablo. Blue and yellow. Well, gold and yellow, but
Let me select Tychus, god damn it. Now this is what happens when you let this get a little bit too muddled up like this. It becomes hard to select things. What have you got?
Oriole.
Cool, save her in there. You know what, I'm going to get rid of that one, and I'm going to get rid of that one because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use... I like that one the best. Oh, I can't remember this chick's name. Again, I prefer the other one. Oh, I've just noticed I've got 2 Mega Mans in the poster. Alright, we can't have that. Oh, no. Is that no. I thought I heard someone knocking at the door, but there wasn't. Right. I think I'll get rid of that one and move this guy down. No. there's too much going on around him, so that the 8-bit in there just looks like a bit much. Right. That's not bad.
If you want slightly less obvious Sonic, Metal Sonic.
Hearing all of what you say to me, but I'll think it over. It's a little bit hard to breathe, to breathe, to breathe.
Metal Sonic.
Kinda seems like it's a common theme.
I think I prefer to just use regular Sonic, because he's more recognizable. Just that someone glancing at it is more likely to recognize. Again, let's assume that the average person is not looking at the poster, that they're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that they're just scrolling through.
It's a little bit hard to admit our faults, but I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it?
We need to grab their attention fast.
This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard
You know what?
to let go. Good,
I like that. I like the way that her hair flows across the screen like that. I think that's quite cool. Oh, do you know what? If we put Zero Suit Samus up there and then had her hair float underneath the 64, I like that. That's cool.
just look at me, breathing deep. After all the things we've been through, yeah, don't forget the reasons not to let this slip through our heads.
Right, let's see who else. Let's see who else we've got on the
Yeah, every time
canvas.
that we have this talk, it's a little bit hard to admit our faults, but I'm not so perfect. Is all of this worth it? Is all of this worth it?
If we reflect him so that the shovel is... Wait, what? Why did it duplicate him?
Can't look back and can't catch my breath. It's too hard to let go. It's too hard to let go.
No, he doesn't fit in there. I like Symmetry's face. Symmetra. That fits in really well up there. But at the same time, I like how Samus's hair then kind of goes across the front of the 64. I also like how when you have Samus here, it kind of conceals the gun a little bit more.
To let go. This feeling is fading, and I can't look back and can't catch my breath.
Okay.
Too hard to let go.
Nope, that's not what we wanted.
Hard to let go. Good.
Right. I'm not going to include the Stalker, at least not as a primary. The Stalker might still be in the poster. They'll be tiny. As a... You know, Stalker's not essentially a recognizable character to the majority of people who would call themselves gamers. We could... Problem is that screws up the numbering on his shoulder.
Final Fantasy has a mascot called Chocobo, which is blue and yellow, but it might be a bit too cutesy.
Let's see him. Is that him there?
Chocobo.
Yeah. Like... No. That's...
Final Fantasy people recognize him, but that's about it.
It doesn't... It doesn't look right. It doesn't... Put Tychus down, for God's sake. Why is he so bloody enormous?
I can chonk it.
See, I want Shovel Knight in, but the problem is I want the shovel to be seen, and the shovel there is obscuring Samus's face. Yeah, that's better. Even if the shovel is obscured there by Tychus, it's still better that than obscuring Samus's face.
You could just put Shovel Knight in front of Tychus. Move the shovel.
Yep.
If you're really struggling for characters, there's always Pac-Man. Red, yellow.
I don't know. I think I'm okay with this. I don't see space for Symmetra, so Symmetra or Shovel Knight? Nope.
Look.
Put.
No, we want Samus.
Let's put Samus back. If we put Symmetra on a higher level above Samus.
Oh, Squirtle.
Oh, that stupid thing on her head is...
The perfection that is Samus. Zero Suit Samus.
Really, like, it's the golden hair, and it's the way it kind of flows then across, and the way it interacts with the 64. Squirtle. Save him in the fall. I'll definitely include Squirtle. We'll make him tiny. We'll squeeze him in. Right. Let's save this and export it and see how it looks. See what we think.
Needs some little guys.
Yeah, it does need a couple of little guys. But where to put them? I don't think the Stalker is going to fit anywhere in here. Unless he sits on Pip-Boy's shoulder, but then I was thinking of putting like maybe the Among Us up there.
Yeah. Try and find a less active that would kind of fit in a little bit better. Well, then again, I guess you've got Mega Man that's looking fairly anime there. You could make a tiny Shovel Knight. Small Shovel Knight, put him to the left of the car.
The problem is that's quite a faded area, so he'll... I mean, I think it'd be better if we put him over here and then layered him behind the car. Yeah, that's a bit better. He is hidden in the back there, but he is there.
What Proteus instead of the small thing?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea because he's yellow as well. I'll add Among Us. That's easy. Yeah, let's see what we've got. Okay.
Wandering in his place, how I'm gonna spend my time searching open space. So we still come back for more, leaving it behind. Isn't always easy, but how we tried. No more, no more. I see you hide. The stars aligned, and we had everything to heal us. No fear, no fight, as we decide to put the distance back between us.
I've got to move the whole... Oh no, that was stupid. We have to undo a lot. There we are, that's better. I accidentally moved the whole stupid layer instead of just the one file. That's better. Good boy's still on top. Move Mr. Spaceman. Where did you put Probrius? StarCraft?
Starcraft, yeah.
All right. Let's take a look. I like.
I think something at the bottom left goes to the car because there is some empty
Yeah.
space.
It's not just that there's empty space. The car, it doesn't.
It doesn't jump out.
Yeah, it just kind of looks. If you look closely, you can see it's a car, but you shouldn't have to really look that closely. I'd be inclined to get rid of the car, or make it much smaller and make Shovel Knight a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Bring him down. Or maybe even have a character down here just where the head pops up. on top of the tagline. Just to buy a little more breathing room. Okay, so there's a couple of fixes to do on that one. Let's try... Let's make him a bit bigger. Who else? We did have the trivia murder party.
It's a bit too dark. Okay.
It actually works really well.
Yeah, it does.
Especially with the fading of the rectangle.
Yeah, that works great.
That's better, I like that. We can move Shovel Knight a bit further over so he's a bit more prominent. Symmetra just a little bit bigger. I could... Right. What do you like? Okay, so other than trying to fix the logo, I think that's good. Right. 2 down. Well, 2 mostly down. One to go. Squirtle. I don't even know where we'd fit him in here anymore.
No.
Maybe on Pip-Boy's shoulder.
If all my love has got you feeling too much, it's feeling too much for you, then all my love is gonna dance with someone that shows love, not you.
Right. I'm just gonna say I've saved it. I'm gonna come back. I like moving on quickly and then coming back. Alright, let's do the same thing. Let's get started in here. Right. Question 1. Mascot.
Still, most proud of I come from a land down under.
That was the
Tagline?
that was the best tagline yet. So we've already done a orangey yellow, red orange yellow poster, and we've done a bluey yellow poster.
Love has got you feeling too much, it's feeling too much for you,
It's green, really.
then all my love is gonna dance with someone.
The other possibility is to go much darker. So like Doom Guy, Master Chief,
Green.
um, Yeah, but they're much darker shades.
Master Chief, I think, is more recognizable. I mean, and we do play Halo.
Let's have a look at, because I know I've got good Master Chief assets. All right. Avatars.
Yeah, some people like me are just destined to fuck up everything that we mess with. If I was made as a joke, I don't get it. Missed the call, but I guess I got the message. Usually I fall too hard, I'm addicted to pain. And if the world's on fire, I'll be swimming in flames, yeah. Cause I'm too impatient to wait for change. But no, I'm far from perfect. Oh, yeah. But I know I can make it work. I know I can make it work. Crazy, everybody knows my name, but I don't even know my name. Going insane, putting heavy on my brain, and I don't even know my name. It's a story about a ID crisis. Used to think my only future was the night shift. Brain on ADHD, autopilot. And through it all, somehow I kept smiling. I can never find the right words to say. Only a handful of family ever sees my face. But I'm only human, don't we all make mistakes? I'm drowning in my head again, and my thoughts don't want me to win. They show
Not Sub-Zero. Who's the yellow one?
and I don't wanna be another
Raiden?
tragedy.
No, he's also
But
blue.
I'd rather be dead than a skeleton dreaming about the things that he couldn't be. Cause I'm too impatient
This
to
guy.
wait for dreams.
Scorpion. Because we've already got first-person shooter. We've already got two first-person shooters, although they're slightly different. Well, okay. We've got one first-person shooter and one RPG. Save Master Chief for next year. And then have... Scorpion as the mascot.
I think Sub-Zero is already.
He is, but Sub-Zero is blue. We've already got a blue poster.
We also technically have blue and yellow. It's the last one.
Okay, then. Street Fighter. That's got a wide variety of...
For green, there's Blanca. Blanca.
Blanca is very easily recognizable.
The other most recognizable one is Ryu.
E Honda. Ryu, E Honda, Chun-Li, Ken. Blanca is no one. Everyone just glancing would recognize Blanca.
This guy's new. Who's this? Urian? Who are you? You're just a naked guy.
I don't know if you want to make statements like that. I think. So.
Just a naked dude.
Who's going to be the mascot? We've already got Nukem, and we've already got Pip-Boy. single player game. Doesn't have to be green. Going much darker is the other option. Or lighter. I'll tell you what, let's look at the 2021 posters. Let's have another look. I mean, the other alternative is Deep Rock. Deep Rock as a mascot, I think could be good.
It'd be very easy to make a pipeline out of it. Literally, based on rock.
Rock and stone and LAN parties. You know what? That's actually not bad. Right. Okay, let's have a look at Deep Rock. Options for Deep Rock.
I think it's the driller, it's yellow. Oh no, it's yeah, the driller is yellow, so
I like that.
that's the driller.
God, we've been at this so long, another playlist has run out.
They'll know how we do it. They'll never get it anyway. Conquering the impossible. All with a smile on our face. We work hard, we play harder, we push it to the limit, going farther and farther. We work hard, we play harder, we push it to the limit, going farther and farther. Grind all day, we dance all night. With body freaks and nature, with body freaks, body freaks. Grind all day, we dance all night. With body freaks and nature, with body freaks, body freaks.
Nope, wrong button. Okay, so if I'm going to do that one, then that white background should have to change to something a little darker. But if this one's going to be yellow,
obvious.
Pikachu is obvious. Let's have a Pikachu. Pac-Man's another one that's really obvious. Filthy mind. Right. Let's have a look in here again. Let's see what we can find. You know, we could. You know what works really well would be not yellow, would be gold and black. Gold and black together is a great combination, and Pikachu is gold and black. So if you find something, so Scorpion works well for that. Let's do the background. What could we have for a background?
Not quite what we were.
Save that. Now I know that's gone in on the wrong layer, so let's take that down. No, I don't like that. The green and yellow there, doesn't fit right together. What's the licensing on this one, I wonder? Detective Pikachu. Yeah, it was a good movie.
How about this for fun?
Oh, I like that. Save it in the backgrounds folder. raw poster backgrounds. Make a new folder for it. Yeah, sure. Okay. Right, let's get a couple more yellow characters in here.
Yeah, I got you some.
Yep. Pac-Man's too obvious, and it's not much of a. No, I'm not a fan. Even the Pac-Man, like the more 3D rendered ones, I'm not a fan. Bowser, yeah. Yeah. Ratchet.
Again, Tracer fits.
Tracer does fit.
Shame we've already used it. Kira from Heroes of the Storm. She's an actual Heroes specific character.
Okay, save her in.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Yellow and orange goes well together.
It's more that you've already got like orange, yellow. Furious from the Aberdeen.
Again, I wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, save any of these cool ones that you find, save because they might come in handy later. There's a giant server there for a reason. I think this might be the first year we've not used the flesh pound from Killing Floor. Oh, I'm an idiot. Problem is with Zelda, Link is the more recognizable character. Like, by a long way. And then it's a single player game. Alright, let's have another look through here. Final Fantasy is definitely something that people recognize. I mean, we've got that Gang Beasts one, so we'll have that. Assuming I'm not adult, put it in the correct layer.
One problem with Final Fantasy is that there are thousands of characters. The only one that people that aren't Final Fantasy fans know is Cloud.
Well, I've never played a Final Fantasy game in my life, so...
But there are thousands of characters. I mean, Cloud he's blonde, but sometimes you'll always see Cloud.
No, I'm not buying that as a...
Like, he's just anime. Apart from his PS1. He's just this. I like this Cloud,
That's
but-
terrible.
Hey, on PS1, he was fantastic.
Yeah, but it doesn't... You look at it now and it doesn't stand out or anything like that.
He's
It's...
just so... You know, unfortunately, in Final Fantasy, it's just too much. I mean, what game are we on now? Final Fantasy? We went past 17. We're past 17. We're about to go into 18 for Final Fantasy.
Christ. You have the Jackbox head again. That would fit this. That would fit this one. I prefer not to reuse in the same year if we can avoid it. She's so cool.
As much as I dislike Overwatch,
Yeah, their character designs are fantastic. It's so bright and colourful. We did have Claptrap. Okay. I am going to take a very quick bathroom. Alright, back to it. Claptrap. If we... Pikachu just sneaking in from the back there.
Pikachu peeking out.
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
He Pikachu in the shower.
I'm so alone, nothing feels like home.
I think we need one or two more. I don't know if there'll be something I'll fit in here somewhere.
Between his legs.
Hmm?
Between his legs.
Possibly. I'm not sure. Something else I think needs to be around here. And we need someone else here. Just someone else will fit well in here. Maybe one of the 3D rendered Pac-Man might fit in there. I'm not 100% convinced.
This is not what I meant to do. This is not what I meant to do. Oh no. Here we go. I've got a nice one here.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Can you save it to the server? Bowser would fit here. He is enormous, and
Big boy.
oh, there's two of them.
It looks so silly.
And you know what? Let's get rid of the tank. Make Scorpion a bit bigger. Problem is with making him so much bigger there, it's so much space over his shoulders. A little bit more in there. There we go. Alright, let's...
Oh, we need a tagline.
Yes.
Nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you. I'm so alone, nothing feels like home. I'm so alone, trying to find my way back home to you.
Might be well. What is the line and stuff?
I don't know, I think you need all three. I like that, that's better. The comma's much better. Right.
Or walking land and stuff. That's really stuff you should watch.
Okay. Let's save that. And let's export it and see how it looks. Okay. I like. The last thing I want to try and fix, that's a problem in all three of them, is the blockiness of the Breach logo. Might get in touch with Stuart and see if he still has the original vectors. That was a very long time ago. Alright, let's go back and start with tweaks. Well, tweak number 1 of this poster is our Fallout friend here is leaving.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure before, but now that he's the prominent character in the next one, he doesn't fit here.
I think it's better without it anyway. It's like, it's still busy, but it's not as busy.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm warming up more to the darker red as the...
Yeah.
Right. Quad points out on stream, well, very well observed. Dates are for 2022. Yep. Yep. That was the first thing I did, was change the dates, and then well observed. That would have been really stupid, wouldn't it? Thank you, Quad. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I like 63. I still have to fix the logo, fix the pixelization on that. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but make Tracer a little more prominent in there. Yeah, that's better. They're a bit bigger there. I think other than fixing the logos, we're pretty close to being done. So I'll send them to Dexter and see what he thinks. Definitely warming to the darker red as the background on there. I quite like that now. It stands out as a much higher contrast. I'm not too sure about the background here compared with the LAN in the Breach logo, so I might make it a bit darker. Let's have a look.
No, yeah. Immediate.
And I wasn't happy with the G. It was overhanging the bottom of the barrier in this one. That's better. Gives the G just a little bit more room there. Save that one. I think I'm happy with the alignment. It's kind of hard for me to see because my desk isn't straight. My monitor's not straight in front of me, so it's kind of hard for me to see the alignment of the tagline. It looks a little far to the left in this one. Bring it up. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's much better. I just saw it on the stream. I saw that changeover. The alignment looks better there on that one. The alignment in this one. That looks okay. Right, let's do it. Let's export. We can get rid of a couple of these files in here because these aren't necessary. We can get rid of those too as well. Okay. Right. That I think is that for now. I'm gonna fix the logo, but I'm gonna try and do that off stream because I don't. Because well, that's gonna require me rooting around in an ancient archive and see if I can find the original vector of the logo. But other than that, I hope anyone who's watched has enjoyed the stream. Thanks very much. Join us on Thursday for our Thursday game night.